Hey, did you know Grape is hiring? If you're a writer, you have designer or Adobe skills, or create any sort of content, we want you. There's an invite link down below. Come to our Discord and earn some Grape. Hey you guys, it's me again, the MetaVerse Explorer, back again with another episode of Grape Solana Alpha. This episode, I want to give a shout out to another Solana YouTuber. His name is Infinite Bid on YouTube, and he did a video not long ago, 10 projects that to try for a potential airdrop, and he beat me to this episode. I had a list of projects that I was trying to write down and trying to get videos out on them, but it seems like he beat me to it, so hats off to you, man. So in this video, we're going to look at not all, maybe most of the protocols on Solana that don't actually have a token yet, and most of them are either on mainnet or they're on devnet. A few of them that come to mind at the moment is Friktion, Quarry, Grape Finance, Finance, Katana, Psyoptions, Delta One, Socean, Crema Finance, Penguin Finance, Casio, Quarry, Atrix, Drift, and there's a few other ones that don't have a token yet. So without further ado, let's get to it. But before we actually go, I'm going to show you one thing we're going to be looking at very closely is Ship Capital. They are a group in Solana that are shipping lots of products. Do you know them? You've probably used one of their tokens, or you've probably used one of their protocols. Let's have a look at them. Hey there. If you're new here, I'm the MetaVerse Explorer, and I provide you with the most up-to-date Solana-specific content and alpha to increase the size of your portfolio. All totally free. All you got to do is click that little bell and that little icon. I get my sources from 3 different places. The Grape Solana Discord channel, join us, have a chat to me. The Solana Grapevine, a daily newsletter providing the best source of information regarding new protocols, rewards. It's a group of passionate people that carefully curate new announcements, new projects to discover, and actionable intel for you to experience yourself. You can get the link to this down below. And of course, the Solana Foundation and the ecosystem. Let's get to this episode. So we're going to start back and look at Pierre Arowana. He is actually a developer at Mercurial Finance, and he's building SolStake. And I think he also works for Jupiter under Ben Chao, which is one of the Solana's best aggregator at the moment. We go all the way down, and we can see that he posted something about Ship Capital. Who are Ship Capital? They are a group that are in the Solana ecosystem. They say they're a collective of builders contributing to the evolution and adoption of DeFi in Web3. They have a website over there, and they've got a few followers. Now, what's really interesting is the projects that these guys are responsible for. You've very likely used some of these projects. Let's have a look. So this is Ship Capital. They have Saber, Quarry, Sunny, Atrix, Almond, Goki, Tribeca, ASOL, Casio, Sencha, Friktion, Tracktion Market, Crate, Anchor. This is like a lot of protocols that these guys are responsible for. If you're coming into Solana and you think each protocol is a different company entirely, no, these guys are the same. I call them the Solana Mafia, the dimly lit streets and neighborhoods of Solana. Don't go there, you might get shanked. So let's have a look at some of these. He has probably missed some of them, but this website was necessary due to lack of transparency. These bloody protocols, they launch anonymously. No one knows who they are. No one knows where this code came from. It's just they have a website and they have a product that's working. And hey, all of a sudden there's a token as well attributed to it. So nothing's stopping from these builders already to know the protocol is launching, and then they start farming it themselves, and they just dump right on you. Let's have a look at some of their methodology. I'm going to go down here as well so you can see. Let's go all the way down. Now, Ship Capital methodology. They copy the Saber boilerplate. They use Saber open source SDKs or even closed source ones. So this is through GitHub. They create anonymous profiles, or sometimes pseudo-anonymous profile through Medium, websites, Keybase, Discord channels, all this sort of stuff. And then what happens is they cross-shill each of their new products from the original existing products. I remember this happening very, very clearly with Sunny Protocol. This is when Sunny first launched. No one knew who they were. No one knew where they came from, where this protocol came from, and no one was endorsing them. No one said they knew them. The only people that knew them was Saber. And that was one guy at Saber Protocol that says, yes, I know these guys. Yes, I've worked with them. That's it. There's a joke in Grape that we say, Sunny could have been the fucking dog in Solana. And then of course they do a rush to list it on DeFi Llama and other places in Solana that show us that there's new protocols, and of course that helps drive adoption. And we can see here they dominate a few of the actual things. They dominate a few of the tokens in DeFi Llama. Let's go down the list and have a look. So the first one I would say is Quarry. Quarry is the kind of the underlying one where everyone they're able to do all their pools through. So we go Saber, Quarry, Atrix, Sunny, Almond, Larix. Not sure about Larix. Friktion, there's one. Not Psyoptions, not Katana. Casio, there's one. Arrow. I think Arrow is likely from them. I think Arrow is definitely from them. We have Chess Finance as well. I think it's from them. And the ASOL, that's from them. Was it ASOL or was it JSOL? I forget. Now, okay, that's okay. But now let's look at the protocols in Solana that don't have a token yet. They have a mainnet probably, but they don't have a token. So this is the exciting part. Let's get to it. All right, we'll start the list with the ones actually on Ship Capital, and then we'll move outside of their tiny little mafia ecosystem they got going on. First one is Quarry. It's an open protocol for launching liquidity mining programs. Let's have a look at some of them. This is where if you have Saber tokens or Marinade tokens or Pearl aggregated tokens or Luna, you can come here and view all the pool, all the kind of liquidity provision places for you out there, for you to provide liquidity and then for you to start earning some rewards. Let's have a look at Saber. This is all of Saber's pool. So if you don't want to go to Saber itself, if you go to Saber, the UI actually is this. This is what they're using. So at the moment we can see Saber has a few rewards, probably Cash and Cash USDC is probably the highest, which is why it's glowing. Everything else is smaller. So that's Quarry. Atrix is another one as well. They are a liquidity provision. They work directly on Solana. Let's have a look at some of their pools they have. So if you want, you can provide Sol USDC, BTC USD, and then you can earn some tokens that the actual protocol came to Atrix to provide. So for example, this is a Serum USDC pool. This was not started by Atrix. This was started by someone at Serum, and the reward they're giving you is Serum, and it's actually 4% APY at the moment. It's very tiny, but it's still a pool. And if you go all the way down, you'll see some of these smaller shitty coins have really huge APYs. This is from the Galactic Geckos. This is the Lick protocol. That's it. Let's go to Goki. Goki is a multi-sig Solana address where you Solana program, where basically multi-sig is that you need more than one person or more than one wallet with one private key to sign the same transaction, to either send a transaction or do interact with a contract, that sort of thing. They do have a wait list. You can connect your wallet now, but so far we haven't really seen a lot from Goki. But this is still from them, so they're likely to cash in on this and create a token. Tribeca, this is a governance for DAOs. Let's have a look at some of you can actually vote using Saber protocol and using a few of the other protocols that they've started. I think the first two votes in Saber didn't go ahead. I think they failed, to be honest. Sencha, another one from them. This is a basic swap. It's a basic liquidity pool, basic AMM. They do have pools, and I think they have farms as well, but let's have a look. No, farms are coming soon. Make sure to follow them on Twitter. The next one is Friktion. Friktion is awesome. This is one of the products that I like the most because it just gives you really sustainable yields. For example, you can, if you like doing covered calls or covered puts, this does it automatically for you, and then you're able to farm. So for example, using Socean Sol, you can earn 51% APY. This is calculated from the 7-day APY and then extrapolated to the whole year. So if you've got any tokens lying around and you don't just want to have it sitting there not doing anything, you can deposit it here and let it earn something. So currently there's about 90 million TVL locked, which is not insignificant. And then we have some pure USDC plays. So right now you can put in USDC and it'll farm Mango on a cash secured put at 34% APY. These are likely to change because these are the small APYs for 1 week, and then they're extrapolated throughout the whole year. If you've got USDC, you can farm Solana at 41%. If you've got USDC as well, you can farm BTC at 9.6%, which is pretty safe, to be honest. And then we have Tribeca DAO. This is American options on Solana. So basically what this does is that, have you seen Psyoptions? It's kind of like Psyoptions. It's the same thing as Psyoptions. This is just an alternative to it. And Psyoptions is another protocol that hasn't had a token yet. They're about to do an an IEO on FTX. Let's have a look at Tracktion Market now. I'm going to try and make this video very quick for you so you can have a good overview of all the platforms on Solana that don't have a token yet. It's taken too long to load, no problem. Now, Crate, what does Crate actually do? Crate is, let's find out. And it's got $1.8 million of assets locked. And to what I remember, it actually, let's have a look at their Twitter. Standard tokenized baskets on Solana. So it allows you to put different kind of tokens in a basket. What does that actually mean? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Do you know what it means? Can you tell me? CBF reading because they're from Ship Capital. Next one is Anchor. They're giving you tools for Solana and for devs themselves. This is in collaboration by Ship Capital. At least they are honest about it. Everything else doesn't have made by Ship Capital. Let's move on to some of the non-Ship Capital protocols that don't have a token yet. All right, so the first one is Crema Finance. They are a concentrated liquidity provider on Solana. They've got about 6,000 followers. This is their website. They have a beta application going on at the moment, so we can still go in and swap. Now remember, this is powered by Jupiter, so it still gives you a great swapping experience, great swapping rates. You can trade, you can swap, and they have some pools. And this is keep in mind, this is concentrated liquidity, so it's stable assets to stable assets. And at the moment, they have USDT and USDC. So go ahead and try this out. Next one we're going to look at is Chest Finance. So Chest is a premier passive yield booster strategy farming on Solana. Let's have a look at their website. They've got 4,000 followers. This is what it looks like. They've got nearly $8 million TVL locked at the moment. And it's the same thing as Katana, Friktion, Tap Finance, and even the other one that I keep forgetting the name of. So it's the same thing. You deposit Solana, and it kind of does these crazy option protocol strategies for you, either calls, puts, and just generally gives you passive income. These are not tested yet. They need a lot of time for them to actually start catching mainstream. There's one that's just specifically USDC yield booster, so you can connect USDC and try. You've got MSOL yield booster, some ETH, BTC cash yield booster, and of course, hey, yeah, there you see, there's the cash. That's from the Ship Capital. And they've got some other yield boosters coming soon, but that's it for now. Now, my favorite one at the moment is actually Katana. They are a yield generation protocol on Solana. They recently won the hackathon. They were the grand prize winners of the entire hackathon, which is pretty impressive. They got $60,000 and they've been able to start shipping some products since then. They got about 30,000 followers. And let's have a look at their product. This is their vault on their homepage. It's not a bad homepage, very, very basic, but it's the same thing as doing covered calls and covered puts. So this one you can deposit Solana, MSOL, Ethereum, even Mango, sometimes Radium, ST-Sol, wrapped injective protocol, which is very interesting, isn't it? This injective protocol is not usually on Solana. What's it doing on Katana? Something to find out. And then you can do pure USDC put Solana selling, which is now about 11%, and USDC ETH, which is 44%, and BTC put selling, which is 15.15%. So I really like Katana. I've had an interview with them. They got $34 million TVL at the moment. Next one up is Tap Finance. They are the same as well as Katana, as well as Chest Finance. They're an automated option strategy vault built right on Solana. They got 2.5k followers, and they have a application which is right on mainnet at the moment. So this is the same thing. You can put in your USDC and it does an automated put a BTC vault. We don't know what the APY of that is at the moment. You can use in your Pi minted from the Parrot Finance, and you can use ST-Sol. We don't know what the APY for that is either, and Solana and BTC covered calls. We don't know what these APYs are yet. This is still very, very early stage. I would only recommend using a tiny amount of your portfolio to try and actually use these strategies yet, because these protocols have unlikely been audited. Next one on the list is Delta One. They say they are the first fully insured delta neutral yield farming products on Solana. This is their Twitter. They got 6.2k followers and they're followed by a few credible people. Now let's have a look at their application. It is on DevNet at the moment, not on mainnet. They have a stablecoin suite that you can use at the moment. USDC is giving you 41%, USDT is 41%, and stablecoin cash is 41% as well. So keep in mind these percentages mean nothing at the moment. These liquidity locked mean nothing because it is on DevNet only. They do have mainnet coming up soon, and I think they have a roadmap which they've just released. So we'll keep an eye on these guys. Next one on the list is Penguin Finance. It's a liquidity as a service protocol built on Solana. What does that actually mean? It means that you can come here with your project and say, hey, we want liquidity. We're going to now give you liquidity because we have a whole bunch of people that can use their tokens with you. Let's have a look at their app. It is live on mainnet. They have not even $1 million in total volume locked. Let's have a look at their pools. They have wrapped ETH and Pi, which is actually, we don't know what kind of the fees are at the moment. BTC Pi, PRT Pi, PRT Sol Pi, and Sol Pi, which makes me think these guys are highly affiliated with the Parrot, the party Parrot, what is it called? Parrot Finance. Yeah. They already have a token, so enough for today's video. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is Drift Protocol, 01 Protocol, and Psyoptions Protocol. Some of these have IEOs coming, such as Psyoptions, but let's have a look at them. They're in the space of perpetual swaps and options contracts. So Drift Protocol is cross-margined perpetual swaps on Solana, which gives you Solana, BTC, ETH, Luna, AVAX, BNB. Let's actually have a look at their website, and they have 23,000 followers, especially by Sol Big Brain as well, which is pretty good in Solana. In the meantime, we'll have at 01, they are a decentralized derivatives exchange powered on Solana, and they have a website and they've got 8,000 followers. We'll have a look at that. Next one is Psyoptions. These guys trade on-chain, asset settled, and this is the American style options for BTC and ETH. So this is the premier American style options on Solana that people are kind of actually building on top of. They've got 23,000 followers and they previously got some funding, which is pretty nice. So we'll have a look at their website. Now let's have a look at Drip Protocol. Didn't load. Let's have a look at 01. They have everlasting protocol. They have everlasting derivatives coming soon, and they just have a small teaser. Nothing here yet. They were on DevNet, and I think the DevNet has now been shut down. They'll be going to mainnet soon. So that's 01. We'll have a look at Drift. So this is on mainnet at the moment. Let's have a look at them. Similar to Mango Markets, you can do the same thing. Mango already has a token. Drift Protocol does not have a token. So yeah, if you want to keep up, you got to have a token. Basically, all you have to do is deposit some collateral. Then you can start either trading some perps on Solana, BTC, ETH, Luna, which means you're expecting the price to go up or price to go down. And of course, sometimes in Mango style, the closer you have your order close to the market, you get paid in Mango tokens. But we don't know how Drift is going to do it. Let's have a look at Psyoptions. They are the first American style options on Solana. I won't connect my wallet here. I wonder if we can look at the options. Very good. So you can have an option expiry date on January. No, that's not right. That's way ages ago. There we go. January 28, 2022. And you can buy and sell ETH calls or ETH puts and see where the actual money is. I don't think you can. There we go. It takes a while to load these stuffs. So that's about it. If you're interested in American style options, then come and use Psyoptions. They're pretty good. They're in the recent hackathon, to be honest. Next up is Socean. They are a liquid staked Solana solution for you. They have nearly 8,000 followers. Let's have a look at their website. Basically, all it is that you have Solana in your portfolio. You come to these people, they stake it for you, and they diversify it over a range of validators. And what do they give you? They give you SCN Sol, which is Socean Sol, their derivative staked version of Solana, for you to still be able to use your Solana instead of having it totally staked. While you're using SCN Sol, you will still be getting accruing 6.39%, which is around average. What can you do with your Socean Sol? You can go to Orca, Saber, Atrix, Solend, Friktion. You can even borrow and lend against these. No problems at all. So this opens up a lot of the stake Solana on the network and allows a lot of liquidity in the system. They don't have a token yet. Their closest competitor at the moment is actually Marinade, and Marinade has already done their token. And look at this, in their roadmap, they have an IDO coming up. So it's likely they might do an airdrop. We'll find out. And that's it for now, guys. I'm going to leave the video here because I don't want it to get too long. There are lots of protocols in Solana without tokens. Try them out, do a transaction through them, use a hot wallet. Very easy. You might just have an airdrop that might be waiting for you sometime. It might not be much, but hey, to some people, these are a lot. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everyone, all of you that's watching now. I thank you so much, and I will see you in the next Grape Solana Alpha video. Ciao.